our new theorem here, which is 12, 12, that if you have a circle here, please. Now, if you have a circle, and for this circle, you have a tangent line that's come and pass it, and you have a chord, which is a line that pass. I'm sorry. And there's a chord. Comes like this as an example. So now, since you have a tangent line and you have a chord, there's an angle that's here, where its sides is a tangent line and a chord. Now they tell me that the measure of the angle, this angle here, which is angle C, is, let's name this one as B, and this is as D, and this is as M. So here we have a chord BC that intercepts the tangent of the line segment MD. Then the angle between the chord BC and the tangent BD, we called it C. The measure of the angle C is half the measure of the arc BC. I will explain, there's here D, like the theorem. So the measure of this arc. So the measure of the angle C here is half the measure of this arc here. So if you have a tangent line, if you have a chord, they are intercept each other. In this point of intersection, let's make a vertex. The vertex here, it will be the vertex of the angle C. Now the measure of the angle C here, it is half the measure of its intercepted arc. How did you know now? We said that if this is an angle C, where is its arc? This is its arc. So because of that, the measure of this angle is half the measure of its intercepted arc. Where's the intercepted arc? It will be this one, BDC. So the measure of angle C here is half the measure of the arc BDC. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So
Yes, teacher.
the measure of the angle C is half the measure of its inscribed arc. I will see where's the inscribed arc. Half of it will be the measure of the angle C. Now let's have some examples here. In this diagram here, the ray SR is a tangent to the circle at point Q. And PQ is a chord. Now, how did you know it's a chord? Because it didn't pass the center. Now, so PQ is a chord, SR is a ray that is tangent to the circle at point Q. If the measure of the arc PMQ is 212. So if here is 212, the measure of this arc PMQ is 212. They want now to ask you, what is the measure of the angle PQR? So I want now to find the measure of this angle here. For this angle, as we say, it is an angle between a tangent line and a chord. So the measure of the angle of PQR, it will be half the measure of its inscribed arc. Now, where's the arc here? This is the inscribed arc. Is it right?
PQ.
Yeah.
PQ.
Yeah.
So it is the measure of the arc PQ. I don't know now what is the measure of the arc PQ, but I know P and PQ. How can I find PQ?
It is what completes it to 360.
Yeah, bravo. So you have to subtract 360 minus 212. When you subtract it here, subtract it now, you have it as 148. So 148 is the measure of the arc PQ. Now half of this arc will be the measure of the angle PQR, which is 74 degrees. So the measure of the, no, sorry, this is angle, not arc. Will be 74 degrees. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Now here, in the diagram at the right, KJ, the line segment KJ is a tangent to a circle with a center O. What are the values of X and Y? So here we have KJ as a tangent ray, and LJ is a chord, and the QJ is a chord too. So we have two chords here, QJ and LJ. And the angle here of LQJ is 35. And we are going now to find the measure of angle X and Y. Now, let's start with measure of angle X. Now, measure of angle X is half the measure of its inscribed arc. Which arc? JL. Is it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, but as you see, the arc JL is undefined. Now, let's talk about angle Y now. The measure of angle Y is half.
Teacher, it's not undefined because we can find it. Because they give us the angle JQO, which is 35. It's an inscribed angle. We can find it.
So can you repeat? How would you say?
We can find the arc JL because they give us an inscribed angle.
Oh, okay, but okay. But wait. Okay, I understand what you say. Now, so the measure of angle Y is half the measure of the arc QJ. And I didn't mean that's undefined as that word. I mean, like, until now we don't know about it, but later on we will find it. But here, like, if you want to start solve anything, how did you think? You look at X. X, the measure of its arc is unknown, and of Y is unknown. Right? So I have to think now, how can I find them? So since LJ and JQ They are unknown. I have to think now, how can the angle 35 can help me? It's right, since it's written, so that means it can help me. Now look at angle 35. Where is its inscribed angle? It is this one, is it right? This is the angle, the inscribed angle 35. Where is intercepted arc?
It's JL.
It is JL because this point and this point. So it is JL. So times 2 times 2. So the measure of the angle of the arc JL will be 70. So this one here this arc, the blue arc here, is 70. Then I will come back. Since this is 70, so the measure of JL also is 70. So the measure of angle X will be half the measure of half the 70. So the measure of angle X is 35 degrees. So I find now angle X is 35 degrees. Now I need to find Y now. How did you find Y? To find Y,
This
we
is
need a
right
QJ.
triangle. Yeah.
So what you have to do? Write a triangle. Yes, another way.
It should complement JL to 180. Supplement JL to 180. QJ.
QJ. Yes, that's it. So if you want to know, if you want to know, wait please, okay? Sorry. If you want now to use our theorem, our circle, as Susan said, this is half of the circle. So its measure is 180. So if this is 70, so QJ, it will be 110 because 110 plus 70 is 180. So by this way, we found the measure of the arc QJ. Then from here, so the measure of the angle Y is half the measure of the arc QJ. QJ is 110, half of it will be 55 degrees. So angle Y will be 55 degrees. This is the first, this is the way that we use it according to our theorem because it's a circle. Now let's find it as a triangle. Like, let's say that, before that, is it clear?
Yeah, teacher.
The others?
Yes, teacher.
Let's now, we said before that angle X is 35. So if this is 35 and the angle of QJL it is 90 degrees because it is intercept, it is opposite to this intercepted arc, which is a semicircle. So because if it is 90 and this is 35 and the measures of the, and this is Y, so, and this will be now a right triangle. So measure of angle Y plus 35 plus 90 is 180. By subtracting, you will find that the measure of angle Y is 55 degrees. So here we have two ways. We can find it by find the measure of the arc QJ and half of it will be the angle Y, or you can say that since the angle J is its inscribed arc is a semicircle, so its measure is 90. Since it is 90, so we have now a right triangle with 90 degree, 35, and we have to find the third angle. Adding them, subtracting from 180, you will find that the measure of angle Y is 55 degrees. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now here, this is a number 23. Find the value of each variable for each circle that dot represent the center. Here now we have to find A, B, and C. Let's start now to write what did we have. The measure of angle A is half the measure of its inscribed, its intercepted arc. Where's the intercepted arc of A?
52. The
52.
one for 52.
Yeah, 52.
So this, no, now we can find measure of A. So the measure of angle A will be
26.
half of 52, which is 26 degrees. So we find that this is 26 degrees. Now let's go to find the measure of arc of angle B. It is half the measure of its intercepted arc, which is this one here. Let's name it as A. Oh no, not A.
It is what complements 52 to 180 also.
Yes. Now since X, W, X, Y is a semicircle, so if this is 52, so the arc X, Y, this arc here, so this arc here, okay. This arc here, this one here, okay, it will be 180 minus 52. So 180 minus 52, it will be the measure of the arc XY. So XY here is 180 minus 52 degrees. Which is 128. And this, and X, and XWZ also is 180. Okay, let's keep it later on. So then now, since the measure of the arc XY is 128 and angle B is angle between the chord and the tangent line, so the measure of angle B will be half the measure of 100, or of the arc of 128. So the measure of angle B will be 64 degrees. So here, if this is 52, this will be 128. And since this angle B, where is its intercepted arc? It is 128. So half of it will be the measure of angle B. Now let's go to find angle C. To find the measure of angle C, it is half its inscribed arc. Where's the inscribed arc, intercepted arc, sorry, of angle C?
It's
It's
84.
It's 84. This is the angle here. So there are the points here and here. Between these two endpoints, we have this arc, which is 84. So half of 84, which is 42 degrees. So the measure of angle C now is 42 degrees. And the measure of angle A is 26. And the measure of angle B is 64. Now imagine now you have angle D. How did you find angle D?
We will say 360 minus the sum of 84, 52, and 128.
Yes, bravo then.
And we will divide the arc by, to find the measurement of the angle, we will have to divide it by 2.
Exactly, thank you so much. So if you have here, let's try. Now imagine here we have angle D. So the measure of angle D will be half the measure of intercepted arc. Now to find the intercepted arc, this is half of the circle. So if this is 84, this will be 180 minus 84, which is 96. So the measure of this arc, 96. Half of 96 so 48 degrees will be the measure of the angle D. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have now another example. Here now, number 24. Here we are going to find the measure of angle A, B, and C. If you know that the central angle is 44 and the measure of this arc is 160, you have to find the measure of angle A, B, and C. Now let's find the measure of angle A. What is the measure of angle A here?
It's 2 times 44. I mean,
Yeah.
44 divided by
42.
Thank you. So to find the measure of the angle A, we have to find it by 2 ways. We can say that it is 2, the measure, oh, sorry. It is half of the measure of angle 44. Or you can say, since the central angle is 44, so the arc will be 44. Because the measure of the central angle equal the measure of the intercepted arc. So if this is 44, this arc will be 44 too. And this, if this is 44, and so the inscribed angle will be half the measure of the intercepted arc. This is another way. So the measure of angle A, it will be now 22 degrees. This is for the measure of angle A. Now let's find B and C. So here it's clean. Then this is A, which is 22 degree. Now let's find C now. The arc C. Measure of arc C.
180.
No, be careful. It's not.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be 180 minus 44.
No. Wait. Hella, we said that is what? No, it is 160. 360 minus 44 plus 160. From this point 160, and this is 44 because we said it is the same of the measure of the central angle. So 160 plus 44 plus C would be 360. So
Oh yeah, I thought that was the diameter. I'm sorry.
no, thank you. Okay, so 360 minus 160 plus 44 will be the measure of angle C. So 160 plus 44 minus 360 is 156 degree. So the measure now of the arc C will be 156 degree. And the measure of angle A is 22 degree. Now, what is the measure of angle B?
Half the measure of arc C.
Yes.
Exactly. So the measure of angle B, it will be half the measure of the arc C. Arc C, it is 156. Half of it
78.
will be 78. So the measure of angle B will be 78 degree. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Now, as I told you, you have a homework in your in the discussion room. Please solve it. And by this way now, we